G'day there. Oh dear. Do you think Greg Foran is feeling bad today? Greg, who's been running Air New Zealand for about 5 minutes and as far as I can work out has spent the opening days cleaning planes and taking a pay cut, must be wondering if his luck's turned. There he was at Walmart living the American dream when the chance to run a smallish airline at the bottom of the world came up. So he takes a massive pay cut, arrives, watched COVID arrived on the next flight, and the next thing you know he's coughed up $250,000 in salary. Well, for what? What was the point of that? What actually is it designed to do? Whatever it is, Alan Joyce, who runs a slightly larger airline called Qantas across the Tasman, clearly saw the gesture and is up the ante. He's given up, allegedly, his salary for the rest of the year, and he's on millions, many millions. So back to the question, just what does a boss giving up income do? The virus, of course, is no one's fault. I mean, it could be China's fault, of course, but maybe we'll deal with that another day. But it's certainly not Air New Zealand's fault, and it's certainly not Qantas's fault. So in a world where CEOs are held to account not only socially, morally, legally, but also financially, why are they penalising themselves for something beyond their control? Obviously it's a gesture, team building exercise, maybe it's to negate that time-honoured obsession some have towards those that earn large pay packets, that if it really hits the fan, is it right for the top person earning millions while a bunch at the bottom get laid off? There is no doubt airlines are at the sharp end of this virus. They face the harshest of realities. One, it's perfectly safe to fly, and yet lots don't believe it, and two, even if you do believe it, you're not limited pretty much to where you can go these days. Most places seemingly are closed. But given we're all in this together, it is the practical stuff that will get us through, don't you think? I mean, being realistic about the disease and the chances of getting it, realising panic buying is for idiots, realising that Asian restaurants can still be eaten at, giving up a chunk of your wage strikes me as impractical. I mean, it doesn't solve anything, doesn't pay for anything. It's not like Alan can keep an extra Sydney to Hong Kong flight on because he's not getting paid. The last person in doesn't get to hold their job for the rest of the year because Greg took a 15% pay cut. Unless, of course, they know that everyone's going to get a 15% pay cut and they're just not saying that yet. Which brings up another point as we wait for the government to actually detail the rescue package. Air New Zealand, along with most of New Zealand corporates, should be able to weather this thing without any real drama. They are profitable. They have had a decade at least, if not more, of rare success. And if you tip up over one bad year, you've been running your business badly, basically, which is why the government won't be helping them, and nor should they. Yes, these are tough days, but they're not fatal days or anywhere close to them. So maybe less of the dramatic gesture.